allegedly a romantical thing. It's all right. I'll say alleged, but we know. Yeah, she hit it before Beyonce. Allegedly.
The word on the street is that Foxy Brown might be the final nail in the coffin for both Diddy and Jay Z, as she is being courted to testify in 2Pac's case. So what does Foxy know that could land both Diddy and Jay Z in serious trouble? Let's get into it. As you may know, Keefe D is under investigation for the murder of Tupac. His trial was initially set to begin on June 3rd, but it has now been delayed to November 4th because Keefe D's new attorney, Carl Arnold, requested more time to review the discovery materials related to the case. Keefe D has consistently maintained his innocence, insisting that there's no proof he was in Vegas on that fateful night. However, the Clark County District Attorney is compiling a list of witnesses who can place him in the city during that time. And guess what? Prosecutors are now focusing on Foxy Brown, believing she has crucial information that could place Keefe D in Las Vegas the night Tupac was killed. They suspect Foxy Brown briefly interacted with Keefe D that day in Vegas, shortly before Tupac was murdered. How did they uncover this connection? Law enforcement gleaned this information from Keefe D's memoir, Compton Street Legend. In his memoir, Keefe D specifically mentions meeting Foxy Brown that night. The excerpt detailing their interaction reads, "As I walked up to the driver's side window, I noticed that the rapper Foxy Brown was in the car with Zip. He instructed her to step out of the car and motioned for me to jump in. Zip had a hidden compartment that he opened, reached in, and pulled out a black .40 Glock. He turned to me and said, 'This passage has caught the attention of investigators as it places Foxy Brown at a potentially pivotal moment on the night of Tupac's murder. Her testimony could provide vital details about Keefe D's whereabouts and actions, potentially shedding new light on one of the most infamous unsolved cases in the history of hip-hop. The investigation is intensifying as prosecutors seek to piece together the events leading up to Tupac's tragic death. It's time to get the money. Zip handed me the 17 shot, which I promptly tucked into the back waist of my pants. I hopped out of the car, holding the door open for Foxy Brown to get back in. Once she was inside, I closed the door, and they pulled off. Interesting, right? Once again, the prosecutors are relying heavily on Keefe D's own account. You see, the thing with Keefe D is that he has implicated himself several times regarding his involvement in what happened to Tupac. For instance, during an interview with Vlad, Keefe D openly discussed details that directly tied him to the infamous event. Keefe D's admissions have been a significant point of interest for law enforcement and the public alike. His statements have provided insights that were previously unknown, painting a clearer picture of the events leading up to Tupac's tragic demise. The prosecutors are banking on these self-incriminating remarks to build a robust case against him. Keefe D's willingness to talk about his role, whether out of bravado or a need to unburden himself, has inadvertently tightened the noose around his own neck. This scenario underscores the complexity and intrigue surrounding Tupac's murder investigation, where every new revelation adds another layer to the mystery. In his memoir, Compton Street Legends, Vehicle recounts a night that would forever alter the course of his life. It was the night he encountered Foxy, an interaction that held the potential to become his undoing. The atmosphere of that evening was charged with a sense of foreboding, as the decisions made and words exchanged seemed to foreshadow a significant turn of events. An insider recently informed the U.S. Sun that confidential discussions are currently underway about the possibility of Foxy serving as a witness at an upcoming trial. This trial could determine the fate of several individuals, and Foxy's involvement is seen as pivotal. Her testimony, or even a mere statement about her experiences with the men who claim to have briefly been in her company, could be the key to unraveling the truth. The stakes are high, as the information she holds could potentially corroborate or contradict the narratives presented by the defense and prosecution. Vehicle's memoir captures the tension and gravity of that night, emphasizing how a seemingly fleeting interaction can carry weighty consequences, illustrating the unpredictable nature of life on Compton Street.
He leaned over on the window, we rolled down the window, popped.
Who was it?
They would drove on my side, I would have popped them. You know what I'm saying?
Mark 2Pac's central role in her involvement in the trial hinges on her ability to recall Key being in Vegas. Prosecutors are actively seeking independent verification of this crucial detail, which is essential in countering Key's recent defense claim of lacking evidence of his presence there, as asserted by his lawyer. Key himself has admitted to fabricating statements regarding 2Pac's demise, clarifying that his book and interviews were purely for entertainment and financial gain, mistakenly assuming legal immunity. In response, prosecutors are reportedly engaged in discussions with Foxy, a development that could further undermine Key's defense. This strategic move suggests prosecutors are pursuing additional witnesses or evidence to solidify their case against Key, potentially reshaping the narrative and credibility surrounding the events in question. Convincing Foxy to testify at the trial is crucial given the substantial implications of her potential testimony. According to several informants, Foxy allegedly witnessed interactions between Key D and 2Pac Shakur shortly before his tragic death. This testimony could provide pivotal evidence linking KD to the events surrounding 2Pac's murder. Furthermore, Foxy's account has the potential to implicate high-profile figures such as Diddy and Jay Z. The documentary by Detective Greg Kading of the LAPD sheds light on the allegations against Diddy, suggesting he may have ordered the hit on 2Pac Shakur and Suge Knight. Kading's findings allege that Diddy offered a substantial bounty for their murders, with Key D purportedly hired to carry out the fatal attack on 2Pac. Foxy's testimony could corroborate these claims, providing critical insight into the circumstances leading up to the tragic incident. By testifying, Foxy could contribute significantly to achieving justice and uncovering the truth behind 2Pac's death. Her courage in coming forward could potentially bring accountability to those involved and provide closure to the long-standing mysteries surrounding this infamous case. It's imperative to emphasize to Foxy the importance of her testimony in serving justice and bringing clarity to a pivotal moment in music and legal history. In a revelation echoing KPD himself, the documentary suggests that 2Pac was fatally shot by Orlando Baby Lane Anderson, a member of the Crips gang. Originally, the hit was intended to be carried out by Kef ID, but plans abruptly changed when they mistakenly approached 2Pac's vehicle from the wrong side. Consequently, Keffi's nephew executed the hit instead. Additionally, in the documentary, Keffi D alleged that Faith Evans, then wife of Biggie Smalls, was aware of Diddy's alleged plot to eliminate 2Pac. Keffi D claimed he informed Diddy and Faith of their purported involvement in 2Pac's death. As prosecutors consider their case against Foxy Brown, they may also find reason to question Faith Evans. Furthermore, in a Vlad interview, Keffi D stated that a famous hip-hop star paid a $1 million bounty to gang member Eric Von Zip for the hit. However, Kef ID did not disclose the identity of this hip-hop star. According to TK Kirkland, it played into Diddy's favor when Von Zip allegedly absconded with the money, instead of paying Kef AD as agreed. Fortunately, Kef AD never received the money, which he seemingly attributes to a higher power intervening.
God, he never gave him the money, right? Think about it. If he gave the money, Puffy will be in prison now, money for hire.
Kai D's own statements carry significant implications, potentially incriminating himself by suggesting that had Eric Von Zip paid him as agreed, Puffy might now be serving time in prison. His candid admissions are crucial and could directly contribute to his legal troubles. Furthermore, Key D has openly expressed regret, indicating that had he never associated with Diddy, he might have avoided the entire ordeal altogether. These remorseful sentiments not only highlight his awareness of the consequences, but also underscore his role in the situation. KD's admissions of guilt and regret could be pivotal in any legal proceedings against him. His statements might serve as evidence of his involvement and intent, strengthening the case against him. By acknowledging the potential outcomes of his actions, Key D appears to recognize the gravity of his choices. In conclusion, KD's own words, reflecting both regret and implication, could significantly impact his legal standing. His openness about the situation involving Eric Von Zip and Puffy suggests a level of accountability that may be difficult to refute in a court of law, potentially leading to serious repercussions for him. If the prosecutors manage to get Foxy Brown to confirm that Key D was indeed in Las Vegas and met with Zip, as he claimed in his book, it could potentially open a significant lead back to Diddy. This connection becomes crucial because there is an ongoing investigation into Diddy involving allegations of money laundering and his association with the RICO enterprise. Jay Z's name has surfaced in relation to this matter as well. If law enforcement follows the trail of money laundering back to the inception of Bad Boy Records, founded by Diddy, it could unravel a complex web of financial transactions and illicit activities. Bad Boy Records, known for its significant influence in the music industry, could be a key starting point in tracing funds and connections that might link to broader criminal enterprises. Jay Z's involvement adds another layer of complexity. His association with Diddy and the music industry during the period in question raises questions about the extent of his knowledge or involvement in any potential illegal activities related to money laundering or other criminal enterprises. For prosecutors, proving the connection between Key D's alleged meeting in Las Vegas and subsequent implications for Diddy's financial activities could be pivotal. It would not only strengthen the case against Diddy, but also shed light on how deeply rooted these illicit operations might be within the entertainment industry. Overall, this potential revelation from Foxy Brown has the potential to significantly advance ongoing investigations, potentially leading to charges and convictions that could reshape perceptions of the music industry's entanglement with organized crime and financial malfeasance. Jay allegedly engaged in a threesome, and shortly thereafter, the tape of the incident was mysteriously stolen from Foxy's home. The tape reportedly included Foxy making derogatory remarks about Bianca. However, using Foxy as a witness presents several challenges. Firstly, participating in the trial would thrust her into the spotlight, potentially casting her in a negative light. Secondly, the individuals she associated with at the time came from diverse backgrounds and lifestyles, which could complicate her testimony under cross-examination. Additionally, her extensive criminal history could also be brought up during questioning. Furthermore, her testimony implicating Diddy and Jay Z may further complicate her ability to testify. Willing to lose, but so far these interactions with Foxy are being kept a secret just between a couple of the district attorneys and team members. And as we wait to see how all that unfolds, let me know what you think of Foxy being a key witness in the marking of 2Pac. Also let me know what you think about what that could mean for Diddy and Jay Z in the comments section below.